Welcome back to another Wix editing video. So this video, part 2 in the series, is going to go over text editing. So very basic and simple text editing. There's more to it than what meets the eye though. We can do a lot of things with just the text that's on the Wix page. So for example, we have a Wix template here provided by Wix. I have already adjusted the text at the top of the page, however, to reflect what we're doing here. Now, any bit of text that's on the page. For the most part, you may run into some situations where there's text displayed on a button or on a frequently asked questions widget, which is edited a little differently. However, most of the text which is going to be on your website is going to be in text boxes just like this. So if we click on this text, we'll get a highlight and we'll have some points that we can drag and change the size of the text box as well. Now, most of the time, you're not going to need to change the text box size, but if you want, you can. Now, to edit the text within the box, all we have to do is either double click it to highlight the text, or we can click it once and then click edit text. That is going to open up our text settings. Now, built into every Wix website is going to be a theme for the site. So if you have these themes predetermined, we can select them from the dropdown and we can select any one of these predetermined text themes. So you can see as we changed it to heading 5, the text is going to change on the page. Now, this being the first heading on the page, we're going to keep it as heading 1. In the same text box, we can also change the font here. So we can choose whatever font that we want. We can also upload our own fonts, upload fonts. And then at the very top of the list is going to be all our uploaded fonts. So these would be all the fonts that aren't native to Wix, but we found them, downloaded from the internet, bought them, and then uploaded them to our Wix website. So let's say, for example, we wanted to check off Monostrat. So we've changed that text font there. We have our font size, so we can change the size of the font. We can make it bold. We can italicize it. We can underline it. And then we can change the color. We can add a unique color. So if we have a hex color code, we can plug that in there. We can use the eyedropper tool and choose a color that we want to change it to, like a dark blue. And we click apply, and then we can X out of that. We can also add highlights to text. So for example, if we wanted to add a yellow highlight like it was highlighted, we could do that. Now for linking text, this is a very, very nice tool that we can offer our website viewers within Wix. For example, under what we offer here, if we wanted to link these to services, for example, we could highlight one of these text boxes and click this link button, and then we can link it to pretty much anything that we could think of. So we can link it to, for example, our pricing plans, or we could link it to our posts or schedule or events. If there was a services page, we could link it to services. This is a template through Wix, so we don't have a service page on this one, apparently. We could also link it to a web address. If there was an external web address that we wanted to link it to, we could just paste the URL of that address here, google.com, for example. We can link it to sections or anchors on the site, which I will show you in a later video, that this allows you to link it to sections on your site. So if you, for example, wanted to link it to trusted among industry leaders, we could link it to our clients section. Among other options, we have our top and bottom of the page. We could link a document to download, an email address, a phone number, or a lightbox. Now, when we click into the text, we can see this is left justified. We also have all of these adjustments as well. We can bullet it, we can indent it. I wouldn't recommend indenting unless it was a paragraph, but we do have that option. We have effects that we can put onto the text. We have character and line spacing that we can adjust. If we don't like how close or how far the text is, we can always adjust that here. We can turn on a vertical text that will actually put the text vertically on the page. And then we also have the option to change our SEO and accessibility, SEO being our title tag. So only one H1 per page should be on the page. So our heading 1 is the text that's at the top of the page here. And then as we go down the page, we can set up different title tags that correspond to the sections on the page. If your website was built by us, that should all be all set and beautifully done. Now, there is a couple of things I want to point out. So we have the editor that we can click into the text and we can make adjustments to the text right here. Back to the site theme that I had mentioned at the top of this in the theme section of this box. If we come over to the left side here and we click on site design, we can see that we have a site theme. Now, if we click customize and we can go into colors and then text. If we click on text, we have all of those headings 1 through 6, and then we have our paragraphs 1 through 3. So what you could do is you can click into these individual headings and paragraphs and change the text that's assigned to that specific theme. So for example, if we wanted to change heading 1 to Montserrat here, and change the size to 45, we can do so. We can even change the color here. So let's pick pink and then click apply. Now, every time when we go to add text to our site, we go heading 1, and that's going to apply our theme to that text that's on the page. So we have our pink heading 1 now. We can take that text, paste it in here, and then we've replaced that theme's color. If you were to go in and attempt to build a site yourself, one of the first things that you should do is go to text, set up all of your text sizes and fonts within the customized text theme option there, and then click on colors, and then you would set your colors for your theme. These are predetermined for the layout that Wix has made here, and that will be in a later video as well. Couple of neat tricks that we can do with text. For example, we have our footer here, which has our terms and conditions and our privacy policy. Now, these are already linked to pages, and they should be linked to pages. Maybe this template does not have privacy policy or terms, and they do not. If it did, we could link this to those specific pages within Wix. Another cool feature, again, is linking text such as emails. So we can copy this text. If we've already typed out this email here, we can copy it and we can go and link it to email, paste in the email. We can also put in a subject line. And when the person clicks on this email in the footer, it'll automatically put in that subject line, hey. You'll see that it becomes underlined to signal that it's linked, and this will be highlighted. We can always take that underline off. And then we can do the same thing for numbers. So if we click on the number, or if we copy the number, if we've already typed it in there, we can go to phone number, paste in that phone number, and then when the person comes on our website and they click this phone number, it'll automatically call the phone number or ask on their cellular device if they want to call. We can also link addresses. For example, we could link this address to Google Maps. So when the person clicks the address, it would open in a new tab. We would recommend always opening in a new tab unless it's within the site still. it would open in a new tab, and it would be Google Maps showing them how to get to your location. And this right here is they we can typically on a website we will have social media icons. For this website they have text in the footer for social media, and this would be connected in the same manner, and Wix has already done it for us here. They've connected their Wix company LinkedIn as a web address to this text. Now the menu on this website, Wix has a menu option, so it's not plain text, and it's designed in a little bit of a different way. Your menu would be managed within your site menu in your pages here. So that's how you would adjust that. And if you wanted to take something out of the menu, you would hide it from here. This is managed in a different way. Text on a button is managed in a little bit of a different way. It is very much just as easy as editing plain text on the page. If you click on one of your buttons, you just click change text, and you can change what the button says. So if we wanted to just say, let's go, that's all we would have to do there. And then if we wanted to change that link, that same linking box comes up, and we can change where that button links to. That would be the same for this button on this left side here. We can change where that button is linked to, and we can change where or what the text says. That is a solid overview for text. There's not much more that you'll need to know. Obviously there is going to be some stuff that um, you'll want to know if you were to try to attempt to build a site yourself, but other than that we are looking pretty good. If you have any questions on anything that I've talked about, feel free to shoot me an email, info@CSC Pro Media, or send me a message on any of our social channels, and be happy to get back to you and answer those questions. And stay tuned for the next video. If you could like and subscribe, greatly appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much.